Welcome to Pro Teacher Academy, and today we will talk about fossils. Before starting, can you spot the difference? Which of the following is least likely to become a fossil? You can share your answer in the comment box or discuss with your partner. In today's video, you will learn about fossils. You will describe what fossils are, explain the process of fossilization, name examples of fossils that serve as time makers. Now let's see what are fossils. It is the preserved remains or traces of an organism that lived in the past. It helps us look into how living things and the environment have changed over time. As you all know that dinosaurs no longer exist, but we know they existed because of their fossils. There are different types of fossils. Body fossils. These preserve the physical remains of an organism, such as bones, teeth, and shells. You can see ancient cells, dinosaur skeleton, and mammoth tusk. Trace fossils. These are indirect evidence of past life and activities of organisms. It is formed when an organism makes a mark in mud or sand. For example, footprint and marks left by a shell. Answer the quiz to test your knowledge. Which type of fossil is formed when an organism makes a mark in the mud? Trace fossils, body fossils, or rock fossils? Now let's sort the fossils. Try to classify the following fossils based on types: burrows, skull, skeleton, and footprints. Which are body fossils and which ones are trace fossils? Any guesses? Body fossils are skeleton and skull, and trace fossils are burrows and footprints. How do fossils form? Fossils form in a process called fossilization. It has multiple stages and takes place for many years. The remains of an organism are buried by sediments. Its soft parts begin to decay. And in step 2, the layers of sediment build up and are compressed to form a rock. Step number 3, the bones are slowly dissolved by the water that passes through the rock. Minerals in the groundwater replace the bones of the organism. Millions of years later, the rock surrounding the skeleton rises to the surface. Erosion or human activity may then expose the fossil. Why don't all organisms become fossils? You can discuss your answer with your partner or ask in the comments. An animal or plant needs special conditions to become a fossil, which does not happen very often. It needs to be buried quickly by mud or sand before decay, and scavenging completely destroy it. Bones and shells are also more likely to turn into fossils than skin or leaves. Some examples of fossils are trilobites and ammonites. Fossils can tell us about past. They also help us understand how living things and the environment have changed over millions to billions of years. Trilobites show us what early sea life looked like. And ammonites help scientists understand the past ocean's conditions and how marine ecosystems changed over time. Dinosaurs. They teach us about the giants that once roamed the earth. Ichthyosaurus reveals how some reptiles lived in the ocean long ago. Now let's answer the question posted at the start of the lesson. Jellyfish is composed of soft tissues, which makes it more difficult to fossilize. Elephants, sharks, and lions have hard parts that decay slowly, allowing them more time to buried. So let's wrap up our today's lesson. We learned about fossilization process, and examples of fossils. Fossils are preserved remains or traces of an organism that lived in the past. Fossilization is a process when an animal or plant dies, it gets buried and turned into rock, with its bones becoming minerals until erosion or digging reveals the fossil. Some examples of well-known fossils are trilobites, ammonites, dinosaurs, and Ichthyosaurus. I hope after watching this video, you can also make your own fossil. Create your own fossil at home by pressing your favorite object into clay or Play-Doh to leave an impression. Allow the clay to dry and personalize your fossil by painting or decorating it. I hope you learned something new today. See you in the next video.